Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently in need of some repairs. We did just punch well above our weight, it definitely cost us a bit, and we will proceed here and get these repairs done. Clan Diamond Shark isn't happy with us. We're not surprised by this. We're not surprised by this in the slightest. Yeah, we'll direct them to study technical manuals. Fantastic. Ringo now has Lost Tech experience. Okay, let's, Sarge is injured for another 25 days. Let's go ahead and hop into the barracks here and do training for everyone other than Sarge.
Right here. Waiting for orders.
Death Crusade could use a point of piloting.
Warrior training complete.
Standing by.
Glaive could also use a point of piloting.
Good to go.
LaFay, a point of guts, sure.
Training confirmed, Commander.
What do you need?
And is that it?
Got waiting
Nope,
for orders.
Wildfire could use a point of piloting. Okay, sounds good. So we are, of course, going to continue here. We are working on our repairs. So we will finish up these repairs quite shortly here. The art of assassination, huh? Sure. He loses 3,000 experience, but he gains assassin. For only 90 days. I don't know about that. I don't think that's necessarily that great. But okay. We're going to continue to tick forward here, get all of our repairs done. And that is, of course, done before the financial report. That's the important thing here. So, let's go ahead and hop into the command center. And I would love to get another one of these over in this area. 4 priority salvage, huh? It's an assassination mission. 2 full lances as escorts. However, it's Clan Diamond Shark, so it'll probably be 2 full stars. This salvage isn't the greatest. Two stars plus the actual guy means that they're probably not going to be that heavy, right? In theory. Let's go ahead and negotiate this, bump it up to 315. And, oh, we need more mech work. Right, of course we would. Of course we would. We need to refit this Shadowhawk. Because that was a bit of a problem. Absolutely. We lost the engine core. Right. Okay, this is going to take longer than expected. So, the engine core, I completely forgot about this for some reason. I have no idea why. I shouldn't have. But the engine core will need to be replaced. We have a 275 that we can put in here. We also have a Clan Ferrofibrous armor and Endosteel structure to put in. This is going to get somewhat expensive. We don't have a Clan Endosteel structure on hand right now, so that's fine. What else did we end up losing? We lost our Clan Heatsink kit. Okay, we can definitely replace that. And a Rocket 15 up over here. Can we replace that? I believe so. Where are our rockets? Here we go. I'm actually going to go for a tandem Rocket 10, I think. Or a pair of tandem Rocket 10s. And then a single Rocket 15, like over here. And then an ER medium laser over in this arm. Okay, and then from there, we just max out with heat sinks. So, an ER medium laser, do we want a Clan ER medium laser? We'll see what our heat ends up looking like. Okay, so we have 3 Clan double heat sinks. So we can put 2 in there. And how many did we end up losing? It was 2. Okay. This should be, I think, reasonably fine. Once we're done with these tandem rockets, it should be fine-ish. I wouldn't necessarily mind dropping a little bit of tonnage down in these legs. Like that. And then bringing this up just a little bit to get to 1 ton available. Like that. And then putting in an additional Clan double heatsink. Perhaps in this leg down here? Sure. Something along those lines. Now that's going to take 6 days. But we'll go ahead and do it. That will be past this financial report. And I think ultimately that's okay. So we're going to refit this Blackjack as well. This, I don't think, took substantial damage. Yeah, this is just fix the arrow for. That's fine.
Right.
So we'll do that.
Get it in the schedule.
And then, what did we end up giving the quick draw for its loadout? Ah, it's running the heavy lasers and some rocket 20s. Okay, yeah, that's fine. The Centurion, that one will also require some more extensive repairs. So we end up losing our gyro, our engine core 265. So do we have a 265 to replace that with? No. Okay, we're going to have to fully rework this then. And that's something that we can do. So I'm going to put an engine core 200 in here. I'm also going to put on a clan ferrofibrous and an endosteel structure. And that gives us 22 tons to work with, in theory. I'm also going to put in, immediately, a clan heatsink kit. Okay. Now, how do we want to do this? The answer is I'd love to put this long tom in. That's 30 tons. I don't think we can fit that under any real circumstances. Like, we would end up having to drop too much for the long tom. We could, however, put in a thumper. That is definitely something that we can do as our primary weapon. And we are then going to give it some thumper ammo. Where, oh, we need to be in ammo. That would help. We'll put in our thumper ammo, and we'll have a ton of thumper ammo and a ton of Inferno thumper ammo. Then we have 5 tons to work with. I would love to utilize this missile slot here to put in backup weapons. Ultimately, I don't think that that is going to be possible. Like, the ATM-9 is 5 tons right there. I suppose we could put in an ATM-6. And then we'd have almost 2 tons to work with. Do we require external heat sinks? Yes. Okay. So that means that we could probably drop this heatsink kit and go with just standard heatsink cooling and put in our 2 free heatsinks, like that. And then we would need ATM ammo. Probably only 1 ton of ATM ammo would do the trick. And we would probably want -4 damage. High explosive reduces the range, though. So I think we just want regular ATM ammo. And we'll do something like that, and then maybe also toss in some high explosive ATM ammo, and then we'll drop some weight in the legs. If this mech is taking fire in the legs, that's a positioning issue. Okay, so we'll validate that. The Centurion will get underway. Next up, we need to make ourselves a little bit of cash. I want to get back up over the 2 million marker before we hit this financial report, which we are definitely going to do. So, to that end, I want to go through here, find some vehicles most likely that we are probably never ever going to use. And it would probably be some in the heavy category. Okay, like this carrier. I don't know what the loadout on this is. 3x LRM-15s, 3x Thunderbolt 5. Yeah, that's probably one that I wouldn't use. So we'll scrap that part. Excellent. This Brutus here. What's your loadout? Also one that I likely would not use. Okay, sounds good. Let's actually go down into the lights, and let's start scrapping some of these light vehicles that we will definitely never use. So we'll scrap these striker parts, and we're just trying to get back up over the 2 million mark for right now. This is pretty good, actually, in terms of scrap value. That puts us up over 2 mil. And let's go ahead and take this financial report and get our mechs back. This will also get a Sarge back.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
Indeed. It's not necessarily pretty in the financial report, but we expected that. Okay. That was very extensive in terms of the repairs. So let's hop into the barracks and double check everybody. We do have a simulator.
Yes.
So at this point, Blade can grab a gunnery point.
Training complete.
And that's great.
Report. Right here.
Anybody else?
Orders. I'm here.
How about you, Sarge?
Aye, aye.
Yeah, Sarge can actually grab Bandit. Perfect. Do it.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And anything
I'm
else?
receiving
Nope,
you.
that is it. Okay, so let's see if we now have better missions available. Let's see. Yeah, there are some better missions here. This is a nice recovery here. 5 priority salvage. This one's also a recovery. I would really like target acquisition. I think we'll pass on that for now. A couple of assassination missions. Okay, I think we will probably go for this one. Reason being, the max pay is the highest, and it gives us 523 on 3 skulls. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we run into some heavies. I would like to run this one, except that the max salvage is so low. So let's bring that up to 418. And we are going to not bring along, for right now, the Shadowhawk 2C, I think. What was the loadout on this again? Yeah, that is our lightest mech. So let's go ahead and pull the Shadowhawk 2C out of there, and we're going to replace that with a Quick Draw. And who are we going to have piloting our Quick Draw? Well, we could have it remain Sarge. That is an option. We do need a Centurion pilot here, and does anyone here have affinities with a Centurion? No, so we'll put Blade in there to develop affinities with the Centurion. That was, of course, Geezer's mech, but he did not survive the last mission. So let's go ahead and deploy this. This is in an urban environment, and yes, I'm aware that the vehicle has unused tonnage. It's not very much unused tonnage. That quick draw looks better than it actually is, considering that a lot of that damage output is one-shot rockets. But, I mean, that gives us good burst damage, so it's completely fine. We are expecting there to likely be an ambush here. I'm expecting probably 2 lances, or rather 2 stars of defenders, plus the ambush, plus the enemy mech. We'll see how realistic that is. I'd really love to start getting some heavies online other than the Quick Draw, though. The Quick Draw on its own will be a big boon, no doubt about that, but we'll see. So we need to eliminate the Diamond Shark Diplomat and escape. We've been having troubles with Diamond Shark here in Terra for months now, and our negotiations with them have been stalled by a stubborn Diamond Shark Diplomat. If he were removed from the equation through a random attack by bandits, for instance, we might be able to make some headway. Commander, this isn't likely to be resolved by one dead diplomat. Situations like this are good for repeat business. Indeed they are. So we are going to go ahead and begin this mission right about now. I was just waiting for that last hitch there. I believe that's loading the materials. Okay, we're expecting hostile contacts. Yeah. We have no allies. Enemies are up over this way. We're going to deploy right where it tells us to. I know it's not great for potential ambushes, but we'll do this. Okay, so we instantly have an enemy contact. What do we got?
Ready for action, Commander.
Looks like my neighborhood up ahead.
I'm ready to fight, Commander.
Let's get to fighting.
Okay, they're way out here. We see a Zoria, and that's it for right now. We're going to reserve.
Keep your eyes peeled, Commander. This looks like an ideal place for an ambush.
Oh, I agree. We are expecting to be ambushed. We're just going to continue to reserve right now.
Yeah.
At least until phase 10.
idea.
I hear some rolling out over this direction. Perhaps another tank of some variety?
Reserving action. Waiting for the right move.
We're continuing to reserve here. Now, they aren't reserving that Zorya.
Commander,
We could actually begin to move up.
how's it going?
This is our Thumper Centurion,
On the move.
and we can very easily fire with Inferno ammo, which we have 20 rounds of, in indirect mode on this Zorya. Do it.
Got it.
A moderate hit.
What's up?
Not
boss?
amazing, but moderate. Okay, we're going to move up with this Hunji. We'll
On my
position
way.
here. And what are our hit odds going to be? Yeah, that's not really worth it with our 6 heavy rifle rounds. We really should rework that Hunchback and see
I'm
about
here.
taking that heavy rifle off of there. We're going to move up with our Ghost. This is as up as we can go.
Moving out.
Yes,
Our
Commander.
Veagle is going to position up over here.
Consider
And
it
our Veagle is much more long range, so we will pot shot with that ERPPC.
done. Engaging target.
And that's a fail. So we see escorts, we see reinforcements, and we see a support lance, in addition to the diplomat.
Yeah.
This is a lot of enemies.
Understood.
We'll see what kinds of enemies we're against. But so far, this is starting to look rough. Especially if we can't hit these pot shots. We only see the one target right now, so
Yep.
right now I'm not willing to pull the plug on this, but
Confirmed.
it kind of depends on when all the enemies come in, right?
Commander.
So we have
On the move.
a reasonable number of Arrow 4 shots. We're going to go ahead and fire an Infernal Arrow 4 on this Zorya.
Locked on.
That was not a good shot.
I'm receiving you.
Okay, so this Centurion is our LBX AC-10 Centurion. We're just going to move up to
Moving at
here,
full throttle.
and we're going to pot shot this guy.
Roger.
A couple of hits there. We'll take it. Okay. So, we don't really know very much about where the enemies are. Once we kill this Zorya, we may want to head off over this direction. Yep. This is about what I thought. So we see a Talon, we see a Nighthawk over here, we see a Stinger, and a Hussar. Nothing too terrifying over there. I definitely think we move up to engage this star. Fire Moth, not too bad. We also see a Shadowhawk 2C, and I don't know what this other one is. We'll see in a moment.
Damage minimal.
A Medusa, okay. So far, nothing too terrifying. I would rather fight a few big enemies than a lot of small enemies right now, though. That would be my preference. We're going to move the quick draw up over this way to engage.
Let's move.
And let's look at our hit odds. Actually, I think this is good enough hit odds that I'm justified in firing a Rocket 20. I'm not going to fire both Rocket 20s.
Confirmed.
Okay, that's a lot of damage to that
Oh,
Nighthawk.
Yeah. Short-range missiles are out.
I like it. Who do they move next? The Nighthawk doesn't move until phase 13. Couple hits on that quick draw side arc. Okay. Nothing too terrifying there.
Ready for orders.
Our Hunchback 1G, I absolutely would like to move up here as well. And so we shall. We are going to fire that heavy rifle over on this Nighthawk.
Engaging.
And we missed. 75% chance. Oof.
Negative damage.
Bad luck. Well, who do they move next? Who indeed? Shadowhawk 2C jumps. Fires on the Hunchback. Misses everything. Okay. That's fine.
Commander?
Now, this is our LBX AC-10 Centurion. We're going to close in over here. And we're going for the knockdown on this Nighthawk. Should we fire in Slug? I think Cluster's okay. And that's a knockdown. Actually, that's an engine destruction. It's a torso destruction, and he must have had an XL engine. Okay. Sounds good to me. So that is 20% of the escorts taken out. Who do they move in Phase 17? We don't yet know. We'll find out. The Talon. Okay. That's reasonably fine.
Standing by.
So the Ghost is, I think, at this point, going to sprint up over this direction as well. We'll send one full lance out over this direction. And these guys are kind of our long-range fire support. Well, actually, yeah, they are our long-range fire support. Did we not get to move this Hunchback, or did we just not have LOS? We may have just not had LOS. Okay. That Adder is running AP Gauss. Okay.
Send me a real mech warrior.
I don't think that's... I don't think that's Hyper Gauss. A Thumper. Good to know.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Noted, we'll need to spread out. Okay. They definitely have a lot of enemies. They outnumber us pretty heavily. That Thumper is going to be a problem in these close quarters. $12 damage per hit there, okay. That Medusa is in a very handy position for us. We're going to move up with our Blackjack. And we're going to fire on the Medusa in standard mode. In indirect mode here. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Well, except for the laser, I suppose, but the Zoria moves through the fire and keeps positioning in a good spot for us. Our artillery is going to be useful there. So that's great.
What's up, Commander?
Our Veagle is going to move forward.
Coordinates received.
And I think that we continue to fire on the Medusa here. Yes.
I got him.
A reasonable hit. Structure exposure there. I like it. The 4X1 is going to position here. This isn't going to be the best LOS, but we'll go ahead and fire on that Medusa as well.
Roger.
Okay, another solid Gauss hit. That's a knockdown on that Medusa. That is very, very good.
Yes,
At this point, our Centurion will step on forward.
Location confirmed.
And we're going to go for the Medusa with our Thumper in standard mode. Or I guess high explosive mode? Yeah, high explosive mode.
Knocking on target.
Okay, good damage there. Definitely good damage. We need to clear some of these enemies out, though. There's a lot of them. Whoa, what was that? That was an interesting camera movement. Not sure what's going on there, but I'm pretty sure we're facing 16 total enemies here, which is probably why it's a little on the laggy side. This is definitely going to be a very long episode, and I'm not going to cut it now as I normally would at 25 minutes, I think. Maybe I'll let this go to like 30 minutes, because I expect that cleaning this up is going to take quite a while. And I kind of don't want this mission to get stretched into 3 episodes. That would be absurd. Okay, that's not bad. These guys can continue to advance down this way. It's only a concern if these guys come in and flank us. They are in position to do
Standing
that.
by.
This Centurion can move up to here,
All right.
and we're going to check our hit odds. So they've got a Hussar, an Adder, Stinger down there, a Talon up here. I think given these hit odds, we go for the Hussar. Light him up.
Roger.
Good armor reduction. Okay. Who do they move next? They have so many. But most of their mechs aren't really being brought to bear right now, which is a huge, huge boon for us. We're going to sprint forward with our quick draw to here. And looking at these hit odds, we're not going to fire the rocket. We are, however, going to potshot this Hussar with our heavy lasers. If we hit, we'll do a lot of damage. Our hit odds are kind of low.
Firing.
Okay, we did a pretty good chunk of damage there, actually. I like it. So phase 19, the Shadowhawk 2C jumps, fires on the Hunchy, does literally nothing. Good. Who's next? Who indeed? Okay, more of those AP Gauss. That's
I'm on my
fairly
way,
expected.
fire.
They didn't get all that good of hits, so we'll accept that. They also didn't move the Adder. Fascinating. Next round, I suspect that Adder is going to take a lot of damage. Okay, so we just saw another enemy out that way.
That's all you got?
We're not surprised by this necessarily. There's a bandit and a Shamash out there, as well as a Mist Lynx. Okay. Tons of enemies out there. Stinger closes in. Attacks the Centurion. How much damage is that really? Not much. And how many evasive pips? 4? Okay.
Yeah?
So the Hunchback 4x1 is, I would like to put it like here, and that's exactly where I will put it, where we have a much better LOS on this Medusa. I want to eliminate this Medusa right now.
Acknowledge.
A solid damage to the Medusa, but it's not dead. Who else do they move in phase 16? Well, they have 2 movers. This Talon is one of them. Okay. It does not fire.
I'm here.
I like it a lot, actually, the fact that it didn't fire. We're going to move up our Ghost to this position where we can cover this flank a bit. What are our hit odds on that Talon? Low. What about on the Stinger? Reasonable. What if we switch over to Listen Kill? Yeah, that's better. We're still probably not going to kill the Stinger, but we could do a lot of damage to it. We could possibly kill it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, a good amount of armor shred on the Stinger, but it's not dead. Nowhere near. As expected. Okay. Thumper doing some damage there. That Centurion is now
Reporting.
unsteady.
Serious armor loss. I'm taking some
It's
serious
phase 16. Okay.
Receiving you.
So the Hunchy is going to move up to about here, I feel like. Or maybe even here.
On it.
I want to eliminate this Stinger, although I don't think it's going to die here. We did get a good structure exposure there. Phase 15. Who are they going to move? The Shamash? Okay. A lot of these aren't able to actually attack us, which is our primary benefit right now. So we're moving up over here. We're going for the Medusa. I do want to tag it first. Okay. That's 50 more damage internal. The Zorya moves up. Goes for the Veagle. Only does a little damage there. That's fine.
Light damage, Commander.
Where did it position? Okay. Noted. So we're going to move up with our Blackjack here. And our Blackjack is going to drop the arrow 4 right on that Medusa. We're going for the kill and the splash damage on the Zorya. That was the wrong side. It's still a pilot ejection, but it's not ideal.
Let's do this.
Okay, so our Centurion is now going to move up to here.
Got it.
And we are going to drop our Thumper somewhere around here. Maybe we even attack ground with the Thumper. I think we need direct LOS to do that, perhaps. We're going to pot-shot the Thumper, and I don't think we're necessarily going to do too much with it. Okay, a little bit of damage to the adder there, but not much, in all honesty. The Hussar is going to move in phase 25. This Centurion is currently in some danger, but it moves in phase 21, so it moves before the adder does. So we're happy about that. The Hussar closes in and is going to go for the Centurion, I'm sure. Actually, it went for the Hunchback.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Fascinating.
Waiting for orders.
Absolutely fascinating. I feel like it shouldn't have done that, if I'm honest. Are we going to go for a side arc attack on this Hussar? Actually, front arc is fine. Look at that. We're going to go for a front arc attack on it from this angle, I think. Go for the kick.
Copy that.
Solid. It's now unsteady. And it's now dead. Perfect.
Enemy eliminated.
Okay, so that's 40% of the escorts and 20% of the support lance. Great. So we know that there's still more enemies out over here. There's a Lacerator. Is that the Diplomat? No, the Diplomat is this guy. An Exterminator. Okay. That's fine. No real issue there, in all honesty. Okay. Who else moves in phase 20? Who else indeed? Whoever it is, they're thinking about it. Oh, the Fire Moth. Okay. Yeah, the Fire Moth will close in. Go for that Hunchy? Sure. The Hunchy is probably going to swing up over this way, and we're going to split this lance, is my guess. I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. There's a lot of enemies out there, for sure. But we knew this a while ago. The adder just charged the quick draw, and it did hit it. That is deeply unfortunate.
Ah, you bastards! Ah.
However, it's okay. I am going to go ahead and put that cut in here at this point, and next episode, we're going to clean this up. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.